This is Alyssa
and Hannah,
and welcome back to Cute But Crime, Part 2. Today, we're going to be going over the ending of the Slenderman case. We're going to be going over the investigation, more detail on what actually happened, and the legal outcome and conclusion. Alright, why did it happen? They thought Slenderman was real. We went over this in the last episode because they had, Morgan had schizophrenia, which is such a sad case, like it's such a hard thing to struggle with. And Slenderman, obviously, he stalks people, mainly kids, causes paranoia and fear, targets kids, and was made by a photographer who wanted to win a contest. And he apparently causes slender sickness, which is just a bunch of paranoia from him being around you. And these poor little girls thought he was completely real and were completely invested in him, which is so sad. That's like what their brains did to them, and how they took that and they pointed it at their friend.
Yeah, that's so sad. I cannot imagine their brain making them think that this fictional character was real.
Mm-hmm. Even Morgan, she physically thought she was seeing him because of her schizophrenia. And then in the investigation, Peyton Lutner got up and she got up and was able to make it to a path where a biker found her. She was obviously so weak, and she's such a strong person, being able to walk all the way to a path while she has so many wounds from being stabbed. And the biker was able to call 911. Luckily, she was able to survive with these horrible wounds. She just had to go into emergency care.
That's so sad, but then also she should feel so lucky for that biker right there, because I bet if he didn't find her, she would have been dead.
Yeah.
Having that many stab wounds, there's no way she could have survived for long.
Mm-hmm. She's such an unlucky but lucky person.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's unlucky, but she's a strong person.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, the girls confessed to everything and explained their belief in Slenderman to the police. So these girls, while they're getting investigated or while they're getting interviewed by the police, they just told them everything because they thought what they did was right. They really believed everything that they were saying. And then so the whole case raised a ton of awareness on social media and mental health for younger kids, because these girls were 12. They were had so much life ahead of them. And then the legal outcome, Morgan Geyser was diagnosed with early onset schizophrenia, which it just makes so much sense why she believed in these things that she was seeing online, and why she thought it was happening.
Yeah, did they end up going to jail, or did they have some other outcome?
So they were both tried as adults, which is it makes sense because of the severity of the crime. And so Morgan was sentenced in 2018 to 40 years in a mental institute, which is it's generally so sad because it is you should never attack anyone, but also it's just such a sad thing that it was their mind against them, and if they could have gotten help earlier, then they could have had the rest of their lives to live
and not hurt their friends.
Yeah, that poor girl had no idea. She didn't even like the scary things that her friends were into, but she still loved to hang out with them. And then Amisa Wire was diagnosed with shared delusional disorder, which that also makes sense because being with Morgan for so much of her time, she just slowly started to share the delusions that that Morgan was understanding from her sites. So it just everything comes in, it clicks together once you realize what they're battling in their minds. And Anissa was sentenced to 25 years in a mental health institution, and everything about this case is just so sad and just not good at all.
Yeah.
And then, some would say good news, some would say bad news. They're both released under supervision in 2021, which I do believe they should be able to live part of their life, but also it's they did try to murder this poor girl. So it's it just depends on how you look at it, because everything about this case is just so unfortunate.
It's so confusing and so hard to really blame on the girls when they had this mental illness.
Yeah, especially because of her father having schizophrenia. I wish they would have said something to her or gotten her checked out before.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that she's online so much. But to conclude, Slenderman shows how powerful online stories can be, especially for young minds. It is so incredibly important to keep young children, even preteens and teenagers, off of internet. And so yeah, Thank you so much for listening. Bye.